Welcome to everybody, Win Daily Sports. I'm not supposed to be here, but I am tonight. Been a while since me and Adam got together. Usually we do the 5 and 5s on the weekend, but tonight, or I should say today for Friday, 13 games. We're going to hit not all of them, but who we think is going to be the good plays and the good values. As always, make sure you're following at Win Daily Sports, all social formats. Hit the subscription button. Make sure you're following WinDailySports.com. You read the fantastic articles these guys put out, especially Adam does article every single day. You got to hit it because you want to know who your pitchers are. You want to know who your stacks are. And Adam, right off the bat, man, we always talk about aces slate, and I got to ask you, are we paying up the $10,000 range for Manaea, Manoah, Verlander? I mean, who's the ace of the slate? Who's those guys that we're going to react against for tonight?
So it's pretty interesting. We have 26 pitchers on the mound. 8 are 9,000 or higher. There's not a whole lot in the punt range tonight.
No.
So this is definitely going to be a slate that's probably dictated more by pitching, because I think some of these offenses are going to be a little bit more challenging to fit. So the way I'm looking at it right now, I will be shocked if Shane Bieber is not probably the most owned pitcher on the slate. He just dominated Detroit for 27 DK points. He's starting to kind of, I think, learn how to pitch with the reduced velocity, because it hasn't come back this year for him. His fastball is sitting at 90 miles an hour. It's about 2 miles an hour down. But he's turned into his slider. That's actually his primary pitch right now. That's still generating almost a 40% whiff rate. I think he's kind of starting to figure out just how he wants to get things accomplished. You take out that Toronto start, which I'm never going to really penalize somebody for a start against the Blue Jays. He's got 6, 7, 7, and 10 Ks in 4 of the last 5. So he'll probably be chalked, and I get it. But I'm going to throw out a little bit of a different name that I think probably gets left in the dust because he's $400 more, and he doesn't have the sizzle that these other guys do. Tony Gonzalen for the Dodgers has been pitching lights out this season. Last 4 games has over 20 DK in every single one of them. He's not the flashiest guy, but through the month of May in those 4 starts, it's 22 innings. His K rate has jumped all the way up to 29.6. The xFIP is still reasonable at 336. I mean, I don't know what else he has to do to get priced up into that. Like, he's an ace range. It's 9,400, but based on his production in the past month, he should be higher. And I think everyone's going to go Bieber. That's fine. If Gonzalen's like 10% in cash or GPP, I'm going to be all over that.
I like that, man. Because again, like you said, there's so much in that $9,000 range and higher. And I'll make a point. I like what you say about Bieber, because you talk about guys with reduced velocity learning how to pitch again. We watched this back in the day with guys like Greg Maddux, who revitalized his career just by learning how to pitch to the paint, man. And
Yep.
you notice that when guys fall off on their velocity, they got to learn really how to pitch. Even going back in the day in like late 80s, early 90s, and Oral Hershiser was the same kind of way. When he lost that velocity, he recreated himself through pitching the black. So it's a really, really good point there. But how about on the other end? We always talk about gas cans, guys that we're going to attack, guys that we're going to put the bats up against. Who's that 1 or 2 guys that we're saying, you know what, these are the guys we want to hit against tonight?
Yeah, I played the Rockies last night, and it's going to be the same tonight. Aaron Sanchez, 462 xFIP, 550 FIP. He is just getting destroyed by the right side of the plate. 2.77 home run per 9, a 520 WOBA, a 431 average. He's had some bad BABIP luck. I get that, but that doesn't explain all of this production. Guys like CJ Cron, who are hitting over 400 WOBA against right-handed pitching. I know he's expensive. I get it. It might be a little bit tough to get to him tonight, and maybe you got to take a chance on some of the lower-end pitchers that are in the article. So maybe it's more of a GPP, play for Cron. But, guys like Connor Joe is a little bit more affordable. 5,300 is a little bit easier to stomach. Randall Grichuk. You start going down that list, you got some righties towards the bottom here. Even their catcher, Brian Serven, if he's in the lineup, he's a right. He's only 3,300. Pretty much anything I can do to attack Aaron Sanchez, I'm going to do to fit these guys in.
I like that. I like that. Go up against Sanchez. Now, I'm going to throw something at you here, Adam, because I get wild and it goes crazy. And I know this isn't the best offensive team in the world, but a guy that I'm going to attack, I'm going to get a little Jigsaw crazy here. And again, this goes back to just what I'm used to, and I'm going to go and attack John Gray. Okay, and here's the thing: that the highest hitter on Oakland is 3,500. Okay, and I get it. Oakland, what? But listen, John Gray, and Adam knows this, when he pitched in Colorado, if you looked at his home and away difference, it was ridiculous. He was just a completely different pitcher. And right now, he's not setting the world on fire. And you look at his numbers, even just the last two starts, he's given up 14 hits, 6 runs, and all of them earned. Okay. This guy is giving up those hits. And that's what I'm looking at. And I'm going to go with a little sneaky Oakland stack. I don't know if it's going to work, but I just think that he is going to get lit up. And the one guy for my FFVP, and I know you'll get to yours later, is going to be the hot swinging Elvis Andrews. Again, Andrews is going into that revenge kind of game, right? Used to play for Texas. He's swinging a red hot bat, right? And he's giving you 19-7, 3 games straight above the FFVP cash and 2 multi-hit games in a row. And he's only 2,200. So there's my play for the night. It's crazy, but I like it. Adam, who's your stack, man?
No, I kind of agree, because even if you just do a mini stack of Oakland, 1 or 2,
Yeah.
because you need some salary relief if you're going to be mostly spending towards the upper end on pitching in that 9K range. And you're looking at Colorado, and then you're looking at the Dodgers, who face Madison Bumgarner, who I will continue to attack anytime
Yep.
his xFIP is 2 runs ahead of his ERA. It's just a green light for me every single time. Even against left-handed hitting, like, he's at a 5.97 xFIP. So guys like Freddie Freeman, who's over 400 WOBA against the left side of the mound here. Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, who is just, you want to talk about swinging a hot bat. I mean, my goodness, this guy
Either
is
him
out
or
of his
Trevor
mind,
Story. I mean, they're like which one? It's
pretty
crazy.
much. They just like
Oof.
trade home runs right now.
Wow.
Anybody in this Dodger lineup, I'm interested in. Bumgarner is not as good of a pitcher as some of his service metrics would indicate. They're gonna smack lefties around as a general rule, just because of how their lineup is set up. And in he just faced the Dodgers recently 2 games ago. He did manage to get through 5 innings, but 6 hit, 3 earned, only 1 strikeout. You can't miss bats. That Dodger lineup is going to mess you up.
Man, they have way too much power potential in that Dodger lineup for a guy who can't miss a bat. So definitely a good call. Now again, I like, just go back on that, because it's exactly what you said about Oakland is why I brought it up. Because if you look at this, and again, we just started off this show, so everybody knows, if you're just tuning in now, if you fast forward or whatever you do, but you think about it, we mentioned about, what was it, Adam? 8 or 9 pitchers, all above $9,000.
Yep.
Right.
It's a lot.
Right. So you're going to need that salary relief, and you get a guy like Seth Brown for 3,000. You get Noeasy at 2,900. Maybe Chad Pinder, Tony Kemp, Jed Lowry. These guys are all under $3,000. A couple of those guys will help you out when you're paying 20,000 for 2 pitchers. So it's definitely something to look at. Now, Adam, value, whether it be some value stacks, some value bats, or just FFVP, who do you have for tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking at Adam Duvall, and he's
Ooh, I
been
like
pretty
that.
quiet this year. He's had, I would say, a bit of an unlucky year, but he's coming around a little bit to lefty pitching. He started off just putrid everywhere, and a lot of his metrics still aren't spectacular, don't get me wrong. But he's up to a 167 ISO and a 309 WOB against lefties this year. If you looked what he did the first month, those are actually pretty good numbers for the overall season, because it was ugly that first month. Rogers throws his fastball 52% of the time. He has a 324 expected WOBA just on fastballs this year. It's his best pitch. It's where his 2 home runs so far have come from. Duvall's got way more power than he's shown so far, but since he's had such a bad year, he's only 2,600. That's an
I,
easy outfield
oh,
spot to spill, man.
I love that play, man. I
And I
love
mean,
that play.
I like the Braves overall as a stack too, but he's usually hitting around 6 in that lineup. 2,600 all day.
Trevor Rogers, All you have to know, Adam Duvall, just like Adam said, is a home run hitter. And Trevor Rogers has given up 6 home runs in his past 4 games. I mean, like,
Yep.
you just added up. And on top of that, he's given up 11 runs in 4 games. And on top of that, he's given up 24 hits in 4 games. Like, I don't know what else you have to say, but right. I mean, it's right there. These are the numbers that we give you. And again, they're numbers that you can read at all. This is the way we formulate some of these value plays. So I love it. It's a guy who can't hurt you. He can only help you. And you're right. Listen, as an NL East guy, the Braves just have to get hot right now. They're inconsistent because they have guys that coming back from injury, obviously like Acuna, who's still not 100% yet, but guys like Duvall can actually get it done. And he's starting to heat up, so this could be a really, really good spot. Any other final thoughts, Adam? Value plays, anything before we get out of here?
No, I'm still trying to work to find something in that cheaper range. I have my eyes on one guy, but I still have to make you guys read the article for something.
Yes.
There is a guy with some strikeout potential. We've talked about a lot of expensive guys. There could be one particular pitcher that unlocks it all with a big K rate. So, article will be up. You got to read today.
I like it.
Make sure
yes,
you check out Jared's article too. Myself, and Jared have been alternating free articles. Please make sure you're checking these out. We're giving them away for free. Not asking you for anything. Just click on it. Check us out. See what you like. If you see something that you think we can improve on, anything like that. If you just want to talk, man, comments, everything are always welcome. So please check us out.
Yes, ditto that. And I can tell you right now, if you pop into that Discord, Adam and Jared are there. Jared's been doing prize pick videos, writing articles. Adam is in Discord more than anybody else at Win Daily, writing articles every day, answering questions, building lineups. Like I said, and like Adam said, they're free articles, man. Check them out. They will win you some money more times than not. And that's what you want to do. And make sure you're following everybody at Win Daily Sports, at windailysports.com as well. So listen, we're going to get this Memorial Day started. It's Friday. Let's everybody get some profit. Let's everybody have some fun. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. And we'll catch you back here for the 5 and 5 tomorrow.